703, climb and maintain 12,000.
Climb to 12,000, jet 703.
Guys, 3015, normal speed, contact Albuquerque Center, 126.45.
126.45 at normal speeds, guys, 3015, good day.
November 6, Romeo Lima, contact Albuquerque Center, 127.67 CF.
127.67. 6 Romeo Lima, fine. I maintain 12,000, American 493.
At 703, amend altitude, maintain 11,000.
Stop at 11,000, jet 703.
I'm in back 50, Phoenix departure, climb maintain flight level 210. Actually, you only want 5,000. What's the plan?
Yeah, we're just going to head out to Yotes, and then we'll actually be coming back to Scottsdale.
Okay, how high do you want to go?
7,000 will be perfect. Then back 50.
I'm at 50, maintain 7,000, and I'll cut you loose here. I'm just going to keep you on vectors to keep you safe and away from traffic. Fly heading at 010, Diamondback 57,000.
Yeah, that'll work. 010 on the heading, Diamondback 50.
Bridget 703, climb and maintain flight level 210.
I'm at 210, jet 703. South 1279 out of 3, climbing via the brook.
1279, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210.
On the flight level 210, South 1279.
American 1971, contact Albuquerque Center, 132.9er.
American 1971, you have a great afternoon.
Thanks, I'll be here, you too.
Center 125.4, good day.
125.4, good day, CSA 14.
Low approach, King Air 4 Gulf Sierra is 54, climb 16.5.
King Air 4 Gulf Sierra, resume on navigation, climb unrestricted on course.
Yeah.
To Mr. Bill and then back?
Yeah, I would like to go to Yotes and then turn around and come back, ma'am.
Okay, I'll have to climb you to at least 9,000 to do that, or actually 10,000 for that.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That's back 50.
Back 50, climb maintain 10,000.
Thank you, ma'am. Up to 10,000, that's back 50.
At 703, contact Albuquerque Center, 126.45, good day.
2645, Albuquerque, jet 703, good day.
American 629, 2,000 over 8,000.
629, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Level 210, American 629. Hey Phoenix, it's Diamondback 50. If we could, we'd like to go to Yotes and then swing around and pick up Desert and then come down on the Desert too.
Diamondback 50, okay. I'll pass that along to the next controller.
Thank you.
Connected to PilotEdge.
American 493, contact Albuquerque Center 125.4, good day.
125.4, Departure Charlie Golf Papa from Tango's on heading 050 and climbing up to 5,000.
Charlie Golf Papa Uniform Tango Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
6,000, Charlie Golf Papa from Tango. 329 South 1279, have a good day.
Bridge on 133.57, 33.57.
3357, thanks for that, stand back 50. Was that 320 for Charlie Golf Papa from Tango?
Golf Papa Uniform Tango from turn left heading 320.
320, Charlie Golf Papa from Tango.
And then Charlie Golf Papa Uniform Tango, climb and maintain 12,000.
12,000, Charlie Golf Papa from Tango.
Looks like I'm at Terminal 2 here at Phoenix. Do a little bit of flight planning. Alright, so let's come over here to FlightAware. So we're taking off from Phoenix. We're Going to Palm Springs, California. Let's see what real world aircraft are doing. So SkyWest is typical CRJ. So it's one quick way to get a flight plan. Keynes 2 Harbor transition to the Sabona 1 arrival. That's pretty much what I have here. So this is a real world flight plan. Filing 280. I'm going to file 260, so a little bit lower. 123 passengers. Phoenix to Palm Springs, so we'll generate that and get rid of that. And I need to get alright, so now I need to do is conversion to kilograms because I have everything in pounds. 4, 5, 7. So, where's my pen? I did that. So for fuel, I'm going to round up 57. No, that's right, I'll do 56. 50. So it'll be 12,457. Zero fuel weight is 132. That comes out to 59,874. That's zero fuel weight in kilograms. And then we come down to altimeter is 3010 at Phoenix. And they are departing east, so we'll plan for 7 left. Current ATIS is Lima. That'll probably change by the time we get our clearance, but we'll see. And Palm Springs is landing north, which is what I want. So, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I need to file the flight plan. So flight plan has been filed. So we can start our boarding process. So fuel 5650. Passengers is 123. Cargo where's cargo? 12.8. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. This makes it easier to get the actual zero fuel weight. So calculators 59,874 minus current 52,576. It's current plus the 1,000 I left. So cargo is 82,98. So that should give me 59,874, which it does. Our CG is pretty much in the middle. So I need 59.9 and 29.9 for the McDo entry. So I round the 8 up to a 9 because of the 7. So 59.9 and 29.9. Those are the numbers you need for programming the flight plan and such. Density, altitude today. I don't want that program. So, yeah, Phoenix density altitude is 160 feet below airfield, so it's like taking off at 975 feet. Visibility is 10 miles, wind is 0705 knots, and so we're good there. No weather concerns at this point. All right, so let's do APU. Check the bleeds. This is a fun approach, y'all, going into Palm Springs. I'm going to do an RMP approach, and it's like super close to the mountains. It's a lot of fun to fly this approach. And you can't, this is the only airliner that I can do it in because it's the only one that has RMP capabilities, at least that I have. All right, so environment's coming on. We have APU gens available. So we'll switch off of external power. We'll go ahead and remove the GPU. Close that window. I filed the flight plan already. Phoenix, I need a gate coordinate. And we are at 5, Terminal 2, Gate 5. So right there. So we'll come down here and we'll do init PHX to Palm Springs. I'm going to hand do this one. So United 1399. We go super fast and 33.26.0. 1208. 33.26.0. 112.008. Line on reference. Need to get our cruise. Make sure we get what we want for our clearance. And ATIS 127.57. Now, one thing I've been noticing, I'm not flying VATSIM right now, obviously I'm doing PilotEdge, but one thing I'm noticing is a lot of people don't know that these buttons have to be popped up in order to hear it. Like this is COM 2. So you have to turn the volume up. So that's volume, and you got to do the same thing on the new XPilot client for VATSIM. So make sure you do that. Same thing in the 777, 757, 767. On all those Boeings, you need to pop up these things, otherwise you won't be able to hear stuff.
simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance livery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment, hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information mic. Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. ATIS information mic. 1751 Zulu. Wind 060 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 29er. Dew point -7. Altimeter 3009er. Arriving runways 7 right, 8. Departing runways 7 left, 8. Visual.
Alright, 3009er. And I'm showing a field elevation at Phoenix as 1134. So we're good there. Good there. Try 121.5. And clearance is 118.1. So bust over to clearance, and ground is 13255. Alright, 118.1. So we can request our clearance. Check the PilotEdge map to verify that it should show if I'm on the right frequency, which it does. Flight plan is filed, it's online. So we're current with Mike, so we can get our clearance. Afternoon, Phoenix clearance, United 1399 at the terminal with Mike. Request clearance to Palm Springs.
United 1399, Phoenix clearance, go to Palm Springs Airport, Keens to departure, harbor transition, then it's filed. Climb and maintain 8000. Departure frequency 120 point, correction, departure frequency 119.2, squawk 7227.
Cleared to Palm Springs via the Keens 2 departure, harbor transition, then it's filed, climb maintain 8000. Phoenix departure 119.2, squawk 7227, United 1399.
United 1399, read back correct.
Alright, so
1532, contact Seattle approach 12, correction, Seattle Center please, 125.1.
So this is our Keens 2, and then we're going to grab an airway, the J212. So let me put that back to that. And hey, good afternoon again. Thank you for the I think it was a resub. 3 months, dude. That's awesome. Thank you. If you just popped in, this is a fun approach. Well, I have it titled in the Palm Springs. We're going to do an RMP. And it's like right near all the mountains. It's a really nice visual approach in the Palm Springs. It's cool. Alright, so let's figure out. So we got what I filed, and I filed 260. So punch that in there. We're going to depart 7 left. Keens 2. Harbor transition. And then after harbor, we do Curvin, C-U-R-I, or no, I don't know, C-U-R-I-V.
Southwest 1532, roger.
C-U-R-I-V. And then J212. And that will come out on DECAS, D-E-C-A-S. D-E-C-A-S. So we'll see, that shows that. And then we can do an arrival for, I think it's Yankee. 3-1 left Yankee. RNAV, which is RMP. So we'll do that. Star Sabono. And I think the full approach is via the IAF is also Sabono. And then is there a transition? It's DECAS. So that's going to be in there twice. So let's go delete one of those DECAS. Oh wait, maybe it, no, it took care of it on its own. Alright. So, wind, in at page 2 for weights, I wrote that down. 59.9, 29.9. 59.9, 29, whoops. 29.9, so pop that there. And we get those from here, 29.9, 29.9, 59.9, 29.9. And we'll do 5.6 on fuel. Do 1640 for, that's 500 AGL for climb thrust. Gonna blast out of Phoenix at 200 knots. And the MDA for this RMP.
2525, information of Bravo, IFR 2 Denver, please.
734, I think.
Alaska 2525, Albuquerque clearance this afternoon. Cleared to Denver Airport. GEMS 3 departure, then as filed. Climb via the SID.
734, which is 300 radar altitude, so 734.
Climb to the SID 4334. How you doing, Mr. Marcus? Alaska 2525.
I'm doing well, buddy. How are you? Alaska 2525.
734.
Cannot complain, my friend. Get to fly.
Outstanding.
34. And then we're going to do 980. I like to do 500 AGL. Unless it's one engine out, then it's 1,000. And now we'll make sure that everything lines up. So this is, yeah, that's the approach. Now, let's see, that's the final approach. Where's the intermediate? Alright, so Bono, so that's 7 miles, and then Ryuk? Where's Ryuk? Ryuk is there. That's showing 210. I really need to be at, see, there's 8 miles between Weimer and Ryuk. So let's make Ryuk 190, because this plane is super fast unless you can do flaps 2, and my flaps 2 starts off at 190 knots. Like, that's the safe speed. So we want to be at least 190 knots at Ryak. And then we'll keep lowering the speed to about 170 for the final approach fix, because looks like Ryak, looks like there's a almost like a 17-mile arc to T-Buck. Yeah, that'll work. So now we need to figure out the flex temperature. So we're going to be doing 7 left. So we have full length, so we'll do that. Do Imperial. Phoenix, grab the weather. Check it with my sim to make sure it's the same, which everything is the same. So let me copy that. It's a 078 heading. Paste that in there, and I need takeoff weight. So the takeoff weight in kilograms, 65524. 65524.
Oakland Ground, Starman 516 to the mic, parking at North Rand Transit Taxi.
65524.
Or 516 Delta Mike.
So that's
Oakland Ground, runway 28 right, taxi, via Delta
14455. That's our takeoff
Right,
weight.
Delta Charlie 6
So we'll calculate our V speeds. Flex temperature 65. V1, V2, V1, VR, V2 is basically all the same. So 151 and 152. So we'll come down here to perf and we'll do 151. 151, and we'll bump it up to 153. Flex temperature 65. Takeoff is set. Turn on the fuel pumps. We are clear to climb to 8. Let's try that again. 8,000. Climb and nav are in blue, so we're good there on autopilot. And let's tell all these guys to drive away. Brake pressure is low, so we'll pop out the hydraulics, turn on the yellow pump to 3,000 psi, and that fixes the brake issue. So for a quick briefing, we're going to take off going this way. We're doing the Keynes 2. So we'll follow this around for the harbor transition. Can't go any faster than 220 knots until after Maz. So we have to make sure we are above 7,000 by Maz, and then we can pretty much go normal speed. And then we'll grab the airway here and pick up to Sabono, which looks like this. From DCAS to UBabe to Cloud. Sabono, Cloud to Sabono, and then from Sabono we'll pick up the RMP. So here's Sabono. So we'll follow this all the way around.
Southwest 1532, contact
Be
Seattle
pretty
Center
close to
13,
these mountains,
contact Seattle
so we
Center
have to
13.
keep an eye on these altitudes. Just 7,500, 5,000 here, 4,000 here, 2,900 here, and final approach fix is here, JISUP, and that's 2,900. So you will be doing
712 Alpha Bravo Phoenix clearance coming through a bit broken. How do you hear me?
RNAV all the way down to the runway.
Did not work, right?
We'll land on 31 left, and we'll park at the terminal. So that's the basics of this flight.
Oakland Tower, Diamond 516 to the mic, calling short runway 28 right Alpha.
Afternoon, Fiver. How you doing, bud? I've been doing a lot more VATSIM flying here lately.
1532 Seattle.
I looked for you a couple times this week. I haven't seen you, or when I did fly, you were probably controlling at a different time, because I checked DCA and IAD last night first, and then I ended up flying somewhere else. But I did look for you last night. I know that Wednesday nights, which is tomorrow. Wednesday nights are the days that you normally do your controlling at a DCA. Alright, so that's pre-flight.
Albuquerque ground, good afternoon. Alaska
So, come over here.
Of Bravo at the terminal short of Alpha, ready to taxi.
Alaska 2525, Albuquerque ground, thanks for Bravo, runway 8, taxi to Alpha.
Runway 8, the Alpha, thanks, 2525.
Close up that. And I'll do emergency gen test.
Strike 11 Phoenix clearance. Good Palm Springs Airport, Teams 1 departure, harbor transition, then is filed. Climb and maintain 8,000.
Wow, we're doing the exact same flight. Someone had the same idea as I did today. That's pretty funny.
8,276, strike 1.
Strike 11, read back, correct.
Since he's at the airport with me, let's see where. See if I can see him. So it's a busy airport in Phoenix today. Alright, so I am.
Albuquerque Tower, good afternoon. Alaska 2525, holding short runway 8, ready
So
to
the dude's flying an F-35. It's,
2525,
oh, it's military on the. That's right.
Runway 8, clear for takeoff, Alaska 2525.
So I'm basically facing him.
Radio check.
Calling at Phoenix clearance with radio check was broken. How
I
do you
wonder if he's on this side.
I hear you okay.
Oh, he must be over here because that's the military side and cargo. I don't see him. It's okay.
Phoenix clearance. No. Radio check.
So it could be the south. Yeah, he's at the south side, National Guard. Try it again. And he's in a F-35?
I am, yes.
That must be him there. Yeah. That's cool. Although it looks like an F-16, not a 35, but yet it's pretty neat that he's flying military on PilotEdge. That's not something you see a whole lot of. Hey Gizmo, how you doing, bud? I'm glad y'all are hanging out with me today. I had like no one yesterday. I really felt like I was talking to myself yesterday. Alright, so let's check out the
Number 5 Lima, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
engine display here.
Number 516 Delta Mike NorCal, departure radar contact, Oakland altimeter 3019er, climb and maintain 13,000.
Dim the lights.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction. Ground to flight deck. All holds and hatches are closed. Walk round complete.
Pre-plan. It should be okay.
Ground to cockpit.
Yep.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So am I clear to back out to the left? Yeah, there's no one there. Yeah, you were there, Gizmo. Yeah, you jumped in right near the end of the flight, so you caught the landing. That was cool. And that flight's been uploaded to YouTube, so for anyone that's not a subscriber to my Twitch channel, you can catch that. I flew the King Air 350 yesterday.
November. Radio check.
Alright, so for engine start, you want to go to page 2. Gas is 5.5. So we're going to do 5.5. We'll update, that will update the times and fuel calculations. And then you leave it on in at page 2 because upon engine start, it will automatically go to the fuel prediction page and I'll get a number for trim purposes, which is what I'll need.
That's the clearance button, something's not right.
I'll need that information.
Alaska 2525 Albuquerque departure, radar contact, climb and maintain.
Check
flight
our
level
fire.
230.
Tow connected and bypass 10 inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback and release our engine.
Alright, we're on our way to ignition 2. That will switch to engine. I like watching hydraulics on the bottom and engine on top. We're rolling 2. It's close enough. He's in at F-16. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was F-16. You should check out my video from Saturday. It was a DCS mission with me and 2 of my buddies. My 2 friends were flying the F-16 Viper, the new released DCS Viper. And of course I was flying my Hornet because I love that one. Once they announced the Hornet, which was like, I don't know, it feels like 5 years ago at this point, I was like, that's what I want. I want the ability to take off and land on aircraft carriers.
I didn't think I did, but
And, you know, that's why I don't want the F-16 or any of the other Air Force planes, even though I'm prior Air Force, but I just really like the ability to take off and land and do all that type of stuff off a carrier. But it was a fun mission, and we're going to replay it because DCS had a bug to where none of us could drop any bombs, but we were using the most current beta, which they fixed it. So the most current beta, I think they pushed out a hot fix yesterday. So it was just bad timing that we happened to fly the mission during where we couldn't drop any bombs. It was crazy. But we did okay. I mean, it was still fun. That's all that matters. Alright, 2 engine starts. Be 1+F, takeoff config. Crew supply oxygen on.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Set the parking brake.
Braking tow. Stand by.
Do the trim. So 29.2 down 0.2. So right here, 29.2, 29.2 down 0.2.
Well, let me look at the other one again.
Down 0.2. So now that's set up.
Tell me how to set up the...
Someone's got like an open mic, like he's talking to someone else too. Your favorite aircraft is the A10. You know, that's what I started with DCS. That was my very first simulator. I mean, other than Microsoft Flight Simulator way back in the day. But my main simulator prior to before my X-Plane stuff was the A10. So I flew the A10 and VR and all sorts of stuff. I went from the A10 to the P51, and now I'm with the Hornet. Check our flight controls.
That was 1532, contact Seattle, approach 125.6, we'll see ya.
But the A10 is just an awesome, I mean, if you're doing close air support, CAS missions, A10's what you want, man. CBU 97s and DCS is by far my favorite cluster bomb. I mean, it just annihilates any type of BMPs, any type of armor that might be on the ground. But unfortunately, the Hornet doesn't carry the CBU 97 because the Navy doesn't carry those armaments. Only like Air Force and maybe the Army does. But the Hornet won't carry a 97. I wish it would.
Alaska 2525 Albuquerque Center, afternoon, climb maintain, flight level 350.
Let's come down here, we'll squawk. What am I squawking? 7227. A or C? Hey Gizmo. Oh hey Boo Ghost. Nice to see you too, bud. A or C, the A10, A or K. What's AK? What's that mean? The A10C. Now the Hornet is the, I think it's the C or D. I don't know. I can't keep up with all those.
Oh no.
Mike, 1751 Zulu, wind 060 at 5,
sir, that's the CRT.
visibility 10, sky condition, clear, temperature 29er, dew point -7, altimeter 3009er, arriving runway 7 right, 8, departing runway 7 left, 8, visual approaches in use,
I'll be
ILS
right back.
runway 7.
Network. That's the control button.
Pilot 1532 after Auburn, descend and maintain 7,000.
Sorry about that, I had a call. Let's see what I missed here. The F-18C, yes, you're right. The Hornet is the C model. So, and they have, they're coming out with a D, or I don't know. They're coming out with, whenever they upgrade it, they come out with the next letter in line. But yeah, the current model, the F-18C, is the one I absolutely love. It's just awesome with weapons and everything. I love the 9X with the helmet. I think the 16 also has that joint, whatever it is. And then for the 5, it's this. Yeah. All right. So, what was ATIS?
In use. ILS runway 7 right at ILS runway 8 approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Alright, still Mike, so nothing's changed. Weather, altimeter, everything is the same. So I need cargo heat on. And monitor guard on channel 2, com 2.
It's going to strike 1 to the guard ramp, Texas, Mike.
Alright.
Strike 1-1, Phoenix ground 7, right or 7 left today?
We'll need 7 left, strike 1.
Strike 1-1, Phoenix ground runway 7 left, taxi via Hotel, Golf 1, then Fox 3. Cross runway 7 right at Hotel 1.
Hotel to Golf 1, Fox 3, cross 7 right at Hotel 1, and assignment runway 7 left, strike 1.
Left 525, contact Denver Center 127.02.
20.9.
Alaska 2525, contact Denver Center 127.02.
You wait till they check in with Denver Center, and then I'll get my taxi instruction.
Alaska 2525, Denver Center, roger.
Alright. Phoenix ground, United 1399, Terminal 2, current with Mike, rated taxi.
At 1399, Phoenix ground, runway 7 left, taxi via Delta.
Runway 7 left via Delta, United 1399. Alright, so Delta is this one that we're looking at right in front of us. I guess the CSLs for the military doesn't have the F-35, so it uses the closest one, I guess, which would be the 16. One thing I've noticed with the Bluebell CSLs is that I cannot find any reference to a TBM 900 CSL, so I don't know where you would get those, but whenever a buddy and I tried to fly on VATSIM, it was before the new voice system a couple weeks ago, and we were both in the TBM, and we were looking at each other's model matching, and neither one of us were in a TBM. We were in the default So it's interesting that they don't have any TBM in the CSLs. So Thursday, the plan for Thursday is Thursday morning, and this should be really good for you, Gizmo, unless you're at work or something during this time. But count on Thursday morning at roughly 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to start a stream. I'm going to be flying oh, there he is. There's our F-35 guy. Looks like we're going to go head to head.
November 516 Delta Mike, NorCal approach, good afternoon, Sacramento, altimeter 3020.
That'd be cool if I could see afterburners, but that's not going to happen. But that'd be super cool. DCS, you can watch their afterburners. Oh, it shows. It shows afterburner. Whoa, he's doing straight up vertical, isn't he? Show off. Oh, that's awesome.
Sun was 1532, turn left, heading 190, descend to maintain 4,000.
That was great. Alright, towers 120.9er, departures 119.2.
Sun was 1532, you're 12 miles from Douglas, maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer for the island.
I'll finish my train of thought that I started as soon as I get off the ground here and about Thursday's stream.
Strike 11, climb and maintain flight level
119.2 is departure. Let me check my winds. So everything's the same, so all that is good. So do max brakes.
Strike 11, Phoenix departure, radar contact.
Takeoff config. Systems normal. Put it back on engine.
Strike 11, turn right heading 250, direct harbor when able. Climb and maintain flight level 230.
Auto brake, max signs are on, spoilers are armed, flaps, takeoff config, and then we'll handle the packs here in just a moment.
Albuquerque Center 134.32.
I have to try DCS, that's not my game.
Strike 11, Albuquerque Center under, maintain flight level 230.
So Gizmo, you can download DCS for free. DCS World is free. It comes with a P-51, it comes with a fighter jet, and it's totally free. So that way you can try it on your computer to make sure everything works fine. And then if you wanted to fly with us on those missions or whatever, then you just you'd have to buy. Right now DCS F-18 and the Persian Gulf map are both on sale. It's like 20-25% off or something. So Phoenix Tower, United 1399, holding shorts, 7 left.
Yeah, 1399 Phoenix Tower, runway 7 left, cleared for takeoff, wind 060 at 5.
7 left, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright. So we'll come here. Clear right. That fighter jet should be gone, so he won't shoot us down. Yeah, the P-51 that it comes with DCS is it has no guns, it has no bombs. But it does fly exactly the same as the D or C version of the 51, and obviously that version has all armament. But it gives you an idea of how your computer will handle DCS. So that's why it's it's a good idea to download it to check it out. And then if you like it, then that's when you spend the money, I guess.
And so with 1532, if you can report the bases, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, we came out at about 3,000 feet.
Roger, thanks.
Take off power set.
Roger 5 Lima, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62. See ya.
V1 rotate. Gear up. Got to climb to 1635 and then we can go autopilot on. 1635. Autopilot on.
United 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 1399, see ya. Alright, so 19.2. Phoenix departure, United 1399. Kings 2, 3,800 for 8,000.
United 1399, Phoenix departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb maintain flight level 210, United 1399. So it's unrestricted, so I get rid of the manage mode. So I think the only speed restriction is at 220, so we'll maintain 220 knots until after MAZ or whatever that is. Gears up. Unarm the spoilers.
Level 1532, where do you park? Level 1532, roger, left there when you're able, or if you're able, taxi to the ramp. Via Bravo, monitor ground point 7.
It's on sale. Yeah, so the P-50, there's a bunch of planes on sale right now. The only one that's not on sale, I would suspect, would be the latest, F-16. But, I mean, if anyone's interested in warplanes, DCS is definitely the sim for that. I have bought the pack. Now I have 5 bad planes. What pack did you buy? 10,000. Lights can come off. There's nav. So we're past the speed restriction. So we can bump this up to 290 knots. Lower this sound a tad. Don't need weather radars, no weather. I'm hoping the F-16 Viper goes on sale during the winter sale. Oh, I'm sure it will by then. At least a small discount. Because everybody's buying everything. Speaking of new games, well, let me make a note to tell you that. I want to go back to the other thing I was going to tell you. So Thursday, I'm going to fly the Boeing 767. I'm going to do my FedEx flying with that on Thursday. And now, as you guys know, on VATSIM, Cross the Pond is on Saturday, I think. And in order to sign up for Cross the Pond on VATSIM,
yeah, 1399, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
Albuquerque Center 134.32, United 1399. See you. 34. 32 3432. Albuquerque Center, United 1399, 15,300 for flight level 210.
United 1399, Albuquerque Center, good afternoon, climb maintain flight level 260.
Climb maintain 260, United 1399.
Strike 11, contact Los
So,
Angeles Center 124.62.
Let me just go to standard so I don't have to worry about it. We're going to go all the way up.
2462, strike 1.
Let's see what that does for a 1858. It's about 10-minute cruise with this, so that's fine. So the thing with Saturday is, if you sign up for it, you have to physically, and in some cases mentally, be able to sit at your computer for, you know, it could be anywhere upwards of 9 hours. I mean, you can take quick breaks. You could tell ATC, you can walk away, stretch your legs, be gone for like 2 minutes, you know, to grab something to eat or something. But then you have to be right back. Well, physically, I can't handle that. So I'm doing my cross the pond because I want to do it on Thursday. And some of you might recall that I tried to do my own version of cross the pond like a week or so ago. And I did I started at JFK, I loaded, I took off, I did all that. And then I left the house to go meet some people for lunch in town, and I disconnected the stream, and the idea was to pick up the stream as kind of like part 2 once I got close to London, because I want to fly into Heathrow. And when I got back home, I had noticed, because I loaded all of the England X-plane scenery, but I did not think to load in all of Canada and Newfoundland. And so after I had pretty much passed over, you know, Boston, and I was flying northeast or north at about 21,000 feet, I left the house, set all my icing to on just so I would not have to worry about icing while I was not monitoring the flight. And I got back home and I had the error that said there is tiles missing. Would you like to install them? Well, unfortunately, when it popped up with that message, it paused the sim. So I was like basically 2 hours, 3 hours behind schedule because I had left the house. And I was like, oh, forget that. So that's why you guys never saw me, you know, chime back in on that flight later that day because I didn't finish it. I never did do it. I started it. So now I know I need to install not only the England area, but also all of Canada and Newfoundland, and then that should prevent it. And I'm also not going to leave the house this time. I'm going to start the stream at 11 Eastern, which is 10 my time. And then the flight, the actual air time should be right around 6 hours or so. So if I can get off the ground by, say, noon, then that would be putting me right around 6 Eastern, coming up to my top of descent, somewhere around there. And I plan on starting the stream again at my top of descent. And usually, from my experience, there's ATC available at, it's like 3, 4 o'clock my time. But in England, it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. But there's still ATC on usually. So I'm going to attempt my across the pond on Thursday, and the first part of the stream will be how I do my flight planning and how I grab the NAT tracks and check for the NAT track message and all that stuff. So if anybody's interested in that, that's my plan for Thursday, since I will not actually be partaking on Saturday. But I still want to do it. But they don't want you to reconnect to the network when you're at your top of descent on Saturday, because, you know, there's going to be like hundreds and hundreds of airplanes, and they don't want you to just pop in at last second. You know, essentially it's rude. So I'm not going to do that to any of them. So that's why I'm going to do my own version on Thursday, where they won't mind that I reconnect to the server at my top of descent, because it won't be hundreds of airplanes doing the same thing. So alright, so let's take our seatbelts back to auto. Is there ATC coverage in the middle of the ocean in real life? Yes, it's called cell code or something. So it's what's the radio frequencies called? They're high band. They're like real staticky, so it has a lot of like feedback in it. And VATSIM now is, you know, they can, since it has the distortion, they don't expect you to listen to the static the entire time. So you would turn down your volume here to where you can't hear it. And then what happens is, when they want to reach you when you're overseas, they will send you an alert code through your SailCal code. So you'll give them a code. It's like a 4-digit code, I think. And then they will send you a tone, and you'll get a beeping sound, and then that will tell you that ATC is trying to reach you, and then you turn up your sound volume, and you'll be able to talk to them. It'll be like kind of staticky, but that's how it's done in the real world, and that's how they do it on VATSIM also with the new code. So, and it's just basically check-in points. So they reach you you get to these different geography check-in points.
After the squall valley VOR, proceed direct
and then,
expect runway 18 approach.
and then they just verify, like they may tell you to speed up or slow down because they can't see you on the scope. There is no scope that they can follow you on. I mean, a VATSIM is they can cheat and see where you are, but they're trying to simulate it. So what they do is once you check in, you tell them your current Mach. You tell them, you know, they know where you are. So for spacing, they have a set of rules. So they'll tell you between your current waypoint and your next check-in waypoint, they want you to fly maybe a little bit slower, maybe a little bit faster. They'll work that out with you during the time that they talk to you during that check-in. So you'll adjust your speed, maybe even the altitude, and then you'll turn down the volume again, and then by the time you get to your next checkpoint, they'll send you that alert code. You'll talk to them again, and they'll readjust your speed, all for separation with the other aircraft. So it's just done by check-ins for separation since they don't actually have you on a scope. And that's my understanding of it from the research. I've done all the research because I wanted to know how it's done. I just won't be doing it. So I won't be doing the CellCal code stuff. Like as soon as I take off and I get to my cruising altitude, I'm going to disconnect from the VATSIM, and I'll disconnect the stream, and then I'll just go grab a bite to eat or do something, and then periodically I'll check on the flight to make sure I'm passing those waypoints at the times that the flight plan says I should, because the flight plan, let me see something. It's harbor. So the flight plan gives you, you know, times that you'll cross over. These are the times, different waypoints, and then fuel, like my fuel for harbor for this flight. It's 8.7, so of course that's in pounds. So it should be about 3.9 on harbor. So when you come down here, and harbor should be, all right, I'm at 3.8, so I'm just, the fuel is close. So that's what I'll be doing during the checkpoints. I'll be making sure my fuel calculations and time on station, so to speak, is okay. That's how I'm going to be handling it. All right, so let's plan. Let's update the winds. Do copy active, and if I was going to go the other way, it would be Zulu 13, right? From Deacon's, from Sabono. Second plan.
Yeah, 1399, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
Los Angeles Center 124.62, United 1399, we'll see you.
Alaska 2525, contact Denver approach 120.35.
2035 for Alaska 2525.
Ray Charlie Sierra, contact.
At about your 6 o'clock, maintain VFR.
Now we're in ZLA.
Suggest a heading of about 250 to return to the airport.
And
Strike 11, contact SoCal approach 126.7.
26.7, circle 1.
LA Center, United 1399, flight level 260.
United 1399 Los Angeles Center, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, United 1399. Alright, so we're going to descend to 240. I'm not going to worry about that. So let's set up.
Alright, November 82 Golf, there's a couple things. I didn't hear your last transmission because you were blocked on another frequency. That's not your fault. But I can't really understand what you're saying because you have a lot of background noise. It sounds like maybe your yoke is close to your mic, I don't know, but the movement of your yoke is overpowering the sound of your voice. Stand by. Strike 11, SoCal approach, Palm Springs altimeter 3010. I didn't catch if you said you had Oscar, expect a visual approach, runway 31 left, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 7,000.
So that's going the other way.
Verify you do have the airport in sight now, and a runway 27, you're clear to land.
And the other ways, MDA is
82 Golf, if you move it closer like you did there, it does become obviously better, but there's still a bit of background noise. That's not too bad now, I wouldn't worry about that. Runway 27, you're clear to land.
That's fine. Oh yeah, let's add in the wind. Did I? Am I descending? Yes. Just make sure I'm descending.
November 82 Golf, Roger. Just go ahead and land, and then once you're on the ground,
so
I'll give you a little explanation about what you should do in that situation.
Okay. Palm Springs. 3012. Temperature 32. Oh, that's hot. That's 90 Fahrenheit. Wow. And the winds are 360 at 0. And then that was for the backup.
November 6451 Whiskey, Roger. You do not have the appropriate flight plan filed for the I-7 rating, so I'm going to make you look that up and file the appropriate flight plan. Give me a call back once you've done that.
32 and that's right, 36.
November 208 Golf Golf.
0.
Taxi via Charlie to the ramp. You need to get
reset.
On the other side.
We're at 240 now. We'll get a new top of descent. So this is
Golf, Roger. Have a good day.
Showing descent. So am I at altitude hold? Cruise. That's what I want. So 240.
Strike 11, flighting 230. Vectors visual approach.
And that should give me a new top of descent, 1911.
1399, contact LA Center 126.35.
LA Center 126.35, United 1399. 126. It's going to get pretty busy here, y'all. Top of descent's right there, about 40 miles out. 12635. Let's try that instead. So 12635.
Alright, Delta 1721 Los Angeles clearance, Roger. Again, sir, you don't have the proper flight plan filed to the airport you want to go to, as well as your navigation equipment suffix is something that cannot be for your aircraft type. So what I would recommend, again for the second time, is you try our pilot training program, because if you keep trying to file flight plans and calling for clearances like you're doing, you're just going to get nowhere.
Okay. Center.
November 5 Lima, contact SoCal approach on 132.37.
3237, go solo.
LA Center, United 1399, flight level 240.
United 1399, Los Angeles Center, cross cloud at and maintain 11,000. Palm Springs altimeter 3010.
Cross cloud at 11,000, 3010, United 1399.
Strike 11, descended pilot's discretion, maintain
Cloud.
4,000, airport 1 o'clock and 17 miles, report in sight.
What do you say, 11,000?
Strike 11, clear visual approach, runway 31 left. November 6182 Golf, safe parking.
Alright, so I'm still there. So
82 Golf, Roger, taxi via Bravo to the commuter ramp and remain this frequency. November 5 Lima, SoCal approach, Roger. Expect ILS runway 25, right approach. Correction, 25 left, sorry.
Oh, I forgot to add the flags.
Cessna 6182 Golf Ground.
The flags should
So in
not...
the future, when you're cleared for a visual approach like you were before, you're essentially, while we're still providing you Appr separation, you're performing a visual procedure, right?
Forgot
so
to load the
that you,
library for clouds.
Site, I'm expecting you to be able to navigate visually to the airport on your own, avoiding any instrument weather and land. Now, there may be a cloud between you and the airport, but when you report the building site, if you can't navigate around that cloud, or there's something that's going to prohibit you from flying a visual approach on your own, you advise us prior to the approach. That makes sense. Visual approaches in use. It's just simply illegal for you to fly into instrument conditions if you're flying a visual approach. Does that make sense?
And if flight following is requested, read call runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information after.
No problem.
Palm Springs International Airport.
Los Angeles Center, United 1399, leaving 240.
185.
Hey, 2 Golf, you as well. Have a great day. Take care. United 1399, Los Angeles Center, roger.
Visibility 10. Sky condition.
Strike 11, contact Palm Springs Tower, 119.7.
3. Dew point -4. Altimeter 3010. Arriving and parting runway 31 left. 31 right. Visual approaches in use.
Okay.
Strike 11, Palm Springs Tower, roger. Wind calm, runway 31 left, clear to land.
Is that, so where does that sit? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, 2 Golf, no problem. You make a right turn on Bravo there, and then your first left will bring you to the commuter ramp.
So we're current with Oscar at Palm Springs.
No problem.
So we're lowering altitude.
November 5, Lima, cleared ILS.
Let the crew know we're going to descend. And I've already told them that. We're descending altitude. Put on the restrictions to 20 miles. Leave that on plan mode. Not worrying about an ILS approach. I can turn this stuff back up. Well, so yeah, the other thing I was talking about, talking about new games. My wife bought me a birthday present, the latest Call of Duty, Modern Ops or whatever it's called. I'm only interested in this single player mode just so I can kind of like hit a different part of my brain, because my brain is so used to doing airplane stuff that I don't really have the creative side to it or the tactical side. I mean, I guess it's kind of tactical and airplane stuff, but I'm only interested in the single player cinematic type version of it. I used to do Call of Duty multiplayer and tactical realism battles with, my buddies and everything, but I just wanted the single player campaign mode where it's very cinematic and it makes you feel like you're in the movie, essentially. So, oh, that's right, I need to look at data ref. Anything with transponder. You know what? I'll look at that after I land. Data, ref, transponder.
5-1 Whiskey, affirmative. You have the routing in there correctly, you just have the wrong altitude for the tech.
But anyways, I'm looking forward to playing Call of Duty, and I think what I'll do is, like, once I figure out what buttons, or once I assign buttons, then I might stream, but I'll put in the stream title that it would be
departure frequency 128.1, squawk 2750.
It would be spoiler alert, really. Because I'm going to do the single player mode, and if I stream it, I want people to know that I'm playing the single player mode, and I wouldn't want someone to think I wouldn't want someone to be disappointed and me show them what's happening, and then they get the game and they already know.
Contact SoCal approach 126.7.
SoCal 126.7, United 1399.
November 5 Lima, contact approach 124.9er.
124.9er.
SoCal approach, United 1399. Sabona 1 leaving 16,400 for 11,000. Current with Oscar with request.
United 1399, SoCal approach, their request.
RNAV Yankee, runway 31 left approach from Sabona, United 1399.
United 1399, we're under, expect that.
Alright, so 31 left, KPSP, 31 left.
SoCal approach, Challenger 5 Lima on the ILS approach for 25 left.
November 5 Lima, SoCal approach, roger.
And now we're 3012.
1399, are you able to accept the approach from cloud?
Let me check. I should be able to. Yes, that'd be fine for United 1399 from cloud.
1399, roger. Cross cloud at 1000. Cleared RNAV Yankee runway 31 left approach.
Cross cloud at 1000. Cleared RNAV Yankee 31 left approach. United 1399.
Strike 11.
Alright, so after cloud, we will reduce our altitude to 2,900. Move to cross cloud at 11,000. Actually, I can go this 2,900. As long as the altimeter is good, then you're fine.
Charlie on your assigned beacon code.
Max landing weight 65. We're at 63.2.
November 508 Delta Bravo, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45. Have a good day.
So monitor guard. You want to get in the habit of monitoring guard, especially on VATSIM. Which is 121.5 on COM2. Reason being, if on VATSIM especially, if they can't reach you on primary, they will try you on guard. And if Ivor's still here, you can probably confirm or deny that, but that's what I've been reading. That VATSIM will contact you on guard if they can't reach you on the other one, because guard has no it's like full coverage everywhere you go, basically. Alright, so there's Palm Springs. This is a really cool approach. I love this approach in the mountains. Alright, so let's make sure 3012, wind 0, 32, so all that's still legit. And Palm Springs Tower 119.7, get that ready. But yeah, monitor guard on VATSIM. Save you some aggravation. Let's do weather is off. We'll turn on terrain. I'll show you how eerie this approach would be if you were in like an IMC condition. So it's like you definitely want your terrain radar on. Seat belts can come on. Elevation's 477. Do landing lights on. flaps 1. Winds or cons, this should be a relatively uneventful landing. And the runway is 10,000 feet, so I'm gonna shoot for anything less than 200 feet per minute on this landing. See if I get it. What is this? 5 and 3. Tie tuck.
Clear 5 Lima, contact LA Tower 120.95.
Go ahead, Tower 5 Lima.
Santa Barbara approach, experimental 71 Kilo Charlie.
71 Kilo Charlie, Santa Barbara approach.
1 Kilo Charlie just south of Oceana, just departed through 4,000, flight following Kern Valley at 10,500. Actually, correction, 1,500.
Number 5 Lima, LA Tower 125 left, clear left. So number 71 Kilo Charlie, squawk 6524, what's the identifier for your destination?
6524, that'll be Lima 05 for 1 Kilo Charlie.
Flaps 2.
One Kilo Charlie, radar contact 9 miles northwest of Guadalupe, maintain VFR, Santa Marina, altimeter 3009er.
09er VFR, 1 Kilo Charlie.
Strike 11, Palm Springs clearance, roger, departure frequency 119.6, squawk 7121. Strike 11, read back correct.
Turn off the terrain warnings since I can see.
Number 6245 Victor, remain clearance, departure frequency 134.2.
Missed approach would be
squawk 7303.
Total of 4,000 feet.
That's 45 Victor, read back correct. November 6451 Whiskey, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
2,500.
When you have VDEV showing, you can use the approach to take you down to the final approach fix altitude, which is 2,900 at JISOP, which is the final approach fix. So after JISOP, if you're on an RNAV, that's when you can readjust this for your missed approach altitude, but you can't do it before your final approach fix. Should get a hand off the tower here soon. Into speed brakes low. Spoilers are armed. Landing gear signs. Spoilers flaps. Final call for alcohol.
Number 51 Whiskey, contact departure.
2,500.
Pressure is now 39.
November 6245 Victor, Burbank ground, runway 8, taxi via Charlie. November 71 Kilo Charlie, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
35.1 Kilo Charlie.
Alright, now we can reset.
1399, contact Palm Springs Tower 119.7.
Palm Springs Tower 119.7, United 1399.
November 6451 Whiskey, North SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4000.
Palm Springs Tower, United 1399, RNAV 31 left.
United 1399, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 left, clear to land, wind calm.
31 left, clear to land, United 1399.
November 71 Kilo Charlie, Los Angeles Center, roger, maintain VFR, San Luis altimeters 3008.
All green, lights are on, we're set to land.
November 5 Lima, taxi via Alpha to the ramp for maintenance frequency.
Minimums on this is 300 radar, so I could take it all the way down to 300 radar. And we're aiming for the gray one. So I'll take it down to about 800 feet to give me a little bit of wiggle room, because you do have to that's right, it's just a cross feed that will go off on its own. Alright, so I'm going to do my plane.
6245 Victor, ready for departure, mate.
Number 6245 Victor, Burbank Tower, after departure, proceed on course. Maintain VFR at below 2,500 to advise runway 8, clear for takeoff.
VFR below 25 on course, we'll make a right turn, 45 Victor, clear for takeoff, runway 8.
So I can control the trim, but
left.
constant battle with the trim because it's auto trim. I can trim and then the auto trim takes it back over.
$500. 100 above.
So I got a little bit of a crosswind. 400. Too bad.
300 minimum. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 20. 10. 5.
November 45 Victor, radar contact, altitude.
1,400.
Trying to get under 200, but that's alright. Still, I don't know why it says uncomfortable landing. Anything in the 200s I'm okay with this one.
Number 1645 Victor, SoCal departure under climb VFR, your discretion, Burbank altimeter 3008. At 1399, to left one able, taxi via Whiskey to the ramp for maintenance frequency.
Left one able, Whiskey to the ramp with you, United 1399, thanks you. Alright.
Policy Sarah, circle 1, ready, runway 3 on left.
Strike 1-1, wind calm, runway 3-1 left, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff on course, circle 1, 3 on left.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite flights. This one is because of that R&P approach. It's really fun to be that close to the mountains. There goes that dude. I forgot he was flying here. He obviously made it here and did his next flight preparations during the time it took me to fly, because he was probably doing, you know, 0.9 or something, 0.99. And over the U.S., I don't think you're allowed to do the speed of sound, so he probably wasn't doing Mach 1. He's probably doing just under speed of sound. Missed that flyby. Who was it? Oh, that was a guy that took off from Phoenix, but he got here way before I did because he's in a fighter jet, a military fighter jet. So he was able to go very, very, very fast. And he had the same flight plan. He was flying from Phoenix to Palm Springs, but I just saw him take off because he was able to go so fast that, you know, he beat me here. He was probably able to refuel and get everything ready to go. So he was holding short the runway as I was landing.
Strike 1-1, Roger.
Guess that dude's not going to. Oh well. APU is on. Do want to check something. I wanted to wait till I was here, so let me. Disconnect from PilotEdge. Need to see DARIPs for transponder. The guy that is making XPilot for VATSIM, the developer, Justin or Jason, he told me to get any of the data rep for transponder. So I'm trying to find. Is that, anybody know what I would look for transponder? Electrical, cockpit. I have a feeling this is not, I don't think that's going to be transponder. It just says trans 2. It was so fast I did not see Phoenix, so that was a surprise. Nice palm scenery. Yeah, this is a nice scenery. It was so fast because he was taking off going the opposite direction, so I just kind of caught a glimpse of him. Alright, there's battery. So it's kind of in alphabetical order, so let's see him go down to T. MN, OP, that's CDU, EFIS, ABCDE, F, G, L. Man, where is transponder? There's not a search that I'm aware of. I don't know how to use this. I was just going to take a screenshot for him. I can find something that says transponder. limits. T. Autopilot. PQRS. Radios. Indications. Would it be under radios, you think? My God, the amount of code is just mind-blowing. Like, who in their right mind could sit here and do all this tedious coding? You know, the developers for making airplanes. I mean, all this data ref stuff is stuff they put in the airplane code. It's just mind-boggling how much stuff is in here. It's flat. DME. I wish there was a way to search this. You know what? Let me try this. Let's do transponder? Well, that's not. Let's try ident. Transponder ident. ATC ident. Pedestal? So ATC ident button. So that's what I'm looking for. Pedestal. And then ATC ident button. Alright, so let's look for pedestal. So it was pedestal, so I need P. Alright, there's pedestal. Pedestal, man. And ATC ident? Ident. ATC ident. .0. I don't know what else. Do you know what else I could look for ident? I would assume. I don't know. Take a screenshot of that. I don't know how to do a screenshot with an overlay like that. ATC. There's ident. Let's see if that shows up. ATC ident. Okay. I guess that's the best I can do. I don't know what else to call it. So we can shut down our engines. I only really use the data rep editor to get rid of like that foggy look when I want to. We can turn off our rest of these lights. Turn off these fuel pumps. Do a replay on that. Okay. Definitely touchdown. Actually, that would be the touchdown area. Right there, that's the aiming spot. But I shouldn't have needed to move over the flags of the USA, and because the new upgraded version of X Open Scenery has incorporated both the flags, but for some reason it's not grabbing it. Maybe it's probably the way this airport scenery is set up. It's looking for something differently. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll catch you next time. Chase out.
Exit at 423, contact SoCal approach 124.05. November 323, Papa Golf, climbing settings level 230. Quebec 3476, descend via the Eagles 2 arrival. Delta 1543, contact SoCal approach 124.05. Contact SoCal approach 134.0. November 88 Whiskey Romeo, contact SoCal approach 124.05. Flush at 475, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.